Hello everyone and welcome to YouTube Tuesday, session 100 with me, Jessica Brigden of Just Be Creative Cardiology. Welcome, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, session 100, that's pretty amazing. And all together on my Just Be Creative Cardiology YouTube channels, we now have over 340 videos. Amazing. I hope you find them inspiring and helpful when it comes to your card making and paper crafting. And if it does, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving me thumbs up and likes on my videos, and sharing them with your friends. Thank you. Today I'm coming to you with some fun florals, kind of inspired by my shirt, and as well as the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper pack. This is, I think if you've watched my videos from the beginning of the month, you can tell one of my ultimate favorite floral paper packs. And I know I said I'd take a little break from florals, but I couldn't resist. It's a beautiful day, clear blue sky, sun is shining, and the flowers are in bloom. And I had to make floral cards. I couldn't resist. And love the Hues of Happiness. Of course, that designer series paper comes you can get that bundled with the Happiness Abounds stamp set, as well as the coordinating dies. Oops, almost lost one. All right, I've got those tucked inside my case here. And I think you'll find these cards to be sweet and simple and beautiful nonetheless. We're going to let the paper do the work. We can actually die cut the images directly from the paper. And actually, I was going to show you guys the magnetic platform. All right, the full-size one for your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is now in stock, which is awesome. So what that does, it's kind of a heavy-duty thing here. The one side is metal, the other side is like a self-healing mat, and it sandwiches on top of your base. So number 1, and then this plate, magnetic plate here, is number 5, with the self-healing section up. And then you can take your gorgeous designer series paper. Now you do need to cut it into sections. You can't fit a full 12 by 12 on here, but you can go up to 6 inches wide. And you can see where I have been die cutting. And then what you do is you take these gorgeous dies and do this upside down here. But you can see how they fit right over the stamped images. And look at that, they're not going anywhere. Love the magnetic plate. It's perfect, and it prevents your dies from shifting around as you're running them through the machine, so you can get a better cut. Love that. So excited that that is now available. And if you don't have it already, highly recommend the new magnetic plate. Now we are still waiting on the magnetic plate for the mini machine, but right now you can at least get the one for your full-size Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Hey Wendy, hello. Happy Tuesday to you. Okay, so we're bringing in a couple more Hues of Happiness cards. I'm going to flip the camera and we'll go ahead and get started. And just before I do that, I want to give one more shout out. We have exactly 1 week left. No, David says 100 videos. Yes, so 100 YouTube Tuesday videos, but altogether I have over 340 videos here on my Just Be Creative Cardiology channel. Hey Terry, glad you caught me live. How are you? Oh, I have exciting news for Terry and those of you that like the kits. So there will actually be a sale on the kits collection kits. Now these are the kits, they're not in the catalog, they're in the online store exclusively, but there will be a special on the kits collection kits starting June 1st. All right, but while we still have 1 week left here in the month of May, I want to give you guys another shout out to the In Color promotion that's going on. If you are interested in joining my Creative Cardiology team this month, which is $99, you choose 125 of whatever you want, and then you'll get a bonus of the In Color kit. You get all 5 new ink pads. You get I've got these stacked up here. I need more than 2 hands. You get the 6x6 assorted In Color card designer series paper. All right. You get the 20 sheets of the assorted In Color cardstock pack. And then you get this stack of the gorgeous grid paper too, which I have down here on my work surface. So you get several sheets in each of these. Of course, I have the Tahitian tide on my work surface here. Hey, Diana, happy Tuesday. Hey, you're at the doctor's office. Well, what better thing to do than watch Creative Cardiology while you're waiting? Glad you tuned in. All right, so let me go ahead. We'll get the camera flipped here so we can get started. Hey, Kathy, welcome. Hope all is well up in New Hampshire. All right, here we go. So I've got, get everything straight here. All right, 1 week left of May too. So if you'd like to place an order here, my host code is PG3UMFEZ. All right, so I'm still working. I would love to fill another line here in my 50/50 chart. So for every $50 you order this month, your name will go in a slot. And as soon as I fill the other line, then I'll do a drawing here for another free bundle. Hey, Alicia. Hello, hello. So excited to have all of you here with me. Okay, so Hues of Happiness. If you're not familiar with it, I did have a page marked, and then, of course, I think I took it right out. All right, so you can find this suite of products on pages 108 and 109. Love it. And I love too, if you love it all, you can actually do the get it all number here. For $69.50, you can get the stamp set and dies. You get the designer series paper, and you get the fun glossy dots, which I've pretty much used all of mine up right now. But you can see down here, this is what a full pack would look like. And this is how quickly you'll use them and all that you'll have left. So definitely recommend those. Okay, so let's get started with our first card here. And if you are on my Creative Cardiology team, it might look a little familiar. These are our team make and take projects from earlier in the month. So each month we have a Creative Cardiology team meeting and card swap. That is a virtual event so that everybody can attend or watch the replay if they like. And they have the option of purchasing a little goodie bag of product that it also includes 2 projects that we make together. So this first one, yes, and Alicia says thumbs up, everybody. Thank you, Alicia. Kathy says that this is her favorite suite. And yes, absolutely. Okay, awesome. Hello, Deb. Welcome. Okay, so, all right, we are starting with some Granny Apple Green cardstock here, a half sheet, 5.5 by 8.5. And we'll go ahead and fold that there. So like I said, these are pretty sweet and simple, but I wanted to showcase how to use some of the different dies here in the paper pack. So the next thing that we've done is taken a piece of cardstock. This is 2.5 by 4.25 here. And what I did is take this little kind of like garden vine trellis die, and I ran that through with basic white cardstock. All right, and that gives us this neat die cut look. Now you'll notice you have the cutout, but not all of the pieces cut all the way through. All right, so some of these are supposed to be like that, like the little leaves sticking out of the trellis. Okay, it's supposed to be like that. All right, then I have a 1.5 by 5.25 inch piece of the designer series paper. Now this is the one with the Night of Navy background there. All right, I have used the dies, and I have die cut both a little flower and a fun little leaf. I did that before I had my magnetic plate. My die cutting was a little bit off there. All right, and then I've got a little bow using the Mossy Meadow twine, which I believe this twine is still on the clearance rack, but it goes so nicely with this suite of products here. Okay, so what we're going to do is make sure you've got your fold at the top so your card opens. we are going to adhere our designer series paper layer to the bottom. Okay. All right, so right here along the bottom. And then I'm going to stamp my greeting, my sentiment here first before we glue this down, just in case I need to flip something over. That way you've got a second try. All right, and in this stamp set, we have some wonderful greetings. We have a thanks, congratulations, wonderful happiness friend, best wishes, all of that good stuff. So I think I'm going to go with, let's go with sending many thanks for this one. Okay, so peel this off and grab my block here. And I think I should have double checked here. That one's going to be a little bit tall for what I need to fit on there. So we will go with congratulations instead. That one's a little bit not quite as tall, so that way it'll fit without interfering with my my garden trellis there. Okay, so we need some mossy meadow. All right, it might help if I found my mossy meadow ink pad. Oh my goodness. There we go. After traveling a couple weeks ago and then being back and prepping kit projects and blog posts and all kinds of stuff, my craft room is a disaster again. That didn't take long. Okay, so we got our congratulations, our sentiment stamp there at the bottom. Now we can go ahead and I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive there on the solid portions. All right, I don't want the goo to stick through all of my my trellis. All right, so we'll center this. There we go. All right, grab some dimensionals. So we'll put a dimensional behind our flower. And we can kind of tuck this right up here. Then we can take a leaf and we'll tuck that in. You could use any of the leaves from the set, but take a leaf and kind of tuck that in here as well. And then to finish it off, we'll take a glue dot with our mossy meadow twine. All right, I did already pre-tie that. And I'm going to stick that right together. All right, where they intersect. And I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. I need my snips, my good scissors, but they're out on the other table with some other projects. I always have. Are you guys like that? Do you have multiple projects going at one time? Okay, and then go ahead and spread. I just love doing this with the twine and things like that. I think it looks really cool with the frayed edges there. And so there we have it, a very simple, sweet project here to start with. Hey Kathy, welcome. All right, so this was our Hues of Happiness card number 1 with the showcasing the little garden trellis there. Okay, and then card number 2. You guys might be surprised. I'm going dark on this one with some Night of Navy. This card will be kind of all kinds of fancy. All right, so you can see here in my little kit packet, I've got Night of Navy in the card base. Okay, let me tuck this aside. Okay, so our half sheet, 5.5 by 8.5. Go ahead and fold this one as well. Yes, Alicia, this paper is beautiful, and I love the Night of Navy background on some of these too. It's just really rich and bright. Beautiful. Okay, so that one was landscape. This one is going to be portrait. If you prefer to fold, cut your paper at 4 1/4 by 11 and fold it that way, that's fine too. I like these half sheets. I think because when I mail packets, it's easier to get an envelope that is 6 by 9, and this way mails better. It's hard to find envelopes that you're mailing class packets and you have those long 4 1/4 by 11-inch pieces sticking out, then the edges always get bent. So I just always tend to cut my paper this way. All right, so we're gonna build on our layers first before we glue them down. So I've got a layer here of basic black. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And this time I'm pulling in some of the black and white paper. This is the Perfectly Penciled. You can see this on page 133 of your annual catalog. Now this particular paper does not have an entire suite built around it, but yet the different patterns in there complement many of the different collections in the catalog, and it goes really, really nicely with the Hues of Happiness here. So that's what I'm using it. And of course, if you wanted to, you could color this with your blends or pencils or anything like that. And but I'm going to stick with black and white for now. So this particular piece is 4 by 4. Okay, and we're going to glue this one down. The other side is just polka dots, and I want the florals. And okay, so got our 4 by 4 piece here. And then I took another piece. This was a leafy pattern, and then it had these little little flower stars there. And so this is just a 1 inch by 4 inch, and I'm going to leave this down here at the bottom. So we do have a gap in the middle, and that's okay. I'm going to come in here with a black organdy ribbon. I realized that this did just retire from last year's catalog, so you could pull in any other ribbon that you want. I've got the white ribbon here that we could actually use our blends to color, make it any shade we want. You could use the white organdy ribbon that did carry over. Okay, but for right now I'm just using a little bit of this. I'm using it to fill in that gap. Okay, we'll flip this over, put our adhesive on the back, and then fold the ends in. And yes, Terry, you could hear my neighbor. I sent my husband a text. Our neighbors, we really do. We have fantastic neighbors, and but I'm really gonna have to talk to my neighbor. Of course, I haven't done that. I am guilty of that because a conversation with my neighbor is a good hour. He's very chatty. He is a fantastic neighbor, but he apparently has decided that he needs to mow his lawn on Tuesday afternoons from 2 to 4. And he's got a huge lawn, so I don't know why he has to mow down here at the border, right along the fence line between our properties, right when I'm doing the videos. So for right now, we'll just laugh about it because they are good neighbors. And but yes, he is very regular, mowing every week, apparently every Tuesday now at between 2 and 4. And of course, we've had a whole mixed bag of weather. Last weekend, oh, what was it? Okay, so Saturday we had record high of, it hit 90 degrees here Saturday afternoon, which was crazy. And then by Sunday afternoon, the temperature had dropped, and we had to run the space heater Sunday night because it was back down in the 40s. So these crazy temperature swings, it's really nuts. But today is beautiful. It's like 65, 70, and has been pretty sunny. And so, of course, all that rain and sunshine and heat and all of that really just makes the grass grow. All right, I had just a little bit. This is the very last piece of that black organdy ribbon that I had, and so I slipped that under there and did just a little knot to tie that in place. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is take some vellum, and I have used the new Stylish Shapes dies. Okay, I used the circle die, and I believe this is about 1 3/4. Okay, so you've got that little stitching edge right around there. And we're going to use that to kind of set off our gorgeous die cut flowers. That's where the navy comes in because of this navy flower. So I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive right in the center. I realize that you can see that a little bit, but by the time we cover it up with our flower, you'll never see that. Nobody will ever know there's adhesive right there in the middle. Okay, and then that just gives it kind of softens it, makes a nice layer behind our flower. Okay, so we'll put a couple of dimensionals on here. Oops, there we go, sticking to my finger. Okay, and now here we go. I just think these flowers are so beautiful. And in this paper pack, actually I have another, I think I've been through I don't know how many packs of this paper already, but you can see there are several sheets, okay, that come like this. So you have kind of the fresh freesia, grape, navy, coastal cabana, Bermuda Bay page, and of course all of these flowers die cut wonderfully. And then you also have a page which I've used them, this is all I have left. You have the page that's kind of the daffodil, the mango, flirty flamingo, melon mambo page that's a duplicate like that. So you've got your yellows and your pinks, and then you've got your purples, your blues, and your greens there. But love those. So you can make a variety of cards and these in all kinds of colors. All right, so we have that one, and really I don't think we need anything else. I do have some leaves if you wanted to die cut a leaf. That looks kind of cute. Let's tuck that under there just a little more. So we've got black and white here with a pop of color, some night of navy, and then a little bit of that old olive and mossy meadow. Isn't that cute? And they were so simple. All right, lots of fun there. Really sweet. And again, that's the Hues of Happiness Sweet collection that we have used here. Let me show you another one, just showing how it looks in different colors. So this was the fresh freesia variation with a little bit of the white ribbon here. All right, so you can see how I did polka dots on this one, but you can make different looks. And even with this card, you could go even simpler or change the look up with the different flowers. This is one of my originals. Before I added the little pop of color here with that designer paper layer, I definitely think I like this better, but you could go ultra simple like this with just the latticed work, and then a pretty flower leaf. Tie on your trim. Again, I believe the Mossy Meadow trim is still in the clearance rack. It's like $3 for a whole spool and will last you forever. So a little goes a long ways. And of course our different sentiments, the congratulations and best wishes, all of those nice all occasion sentiments are here in the Happiness Abounds stamp set. And there you have it. So if you have placed, or if you do place an order with me this month during the month of May, then you'll of course get my tutorials. My Creative Cardiology Team featured the Happiness Abounds suite in our project tutorials this month, and so you'll get those. And if you ordered early in the month from me, then your kits are on their way, and of course the tutorials that go with that too, but I'll include tutorials for these as well. But there you guys have it. Happy 100th YouTube Tuesday video here. Love that. Thank you guys all for supporting my channel and for your orders and helping support my small business. I really appreciate it. And happy stamping to all of you. Thank you so much. All right, you guys have a great afternoon, evening. whatever time it is, wherever you are. And we'll stamp with you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.